What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike, his name's Joe, his name's EP, and we're here to talk about cards. Specifically, we're going to answer your questions this week. Over the last couple of weeks on the podcast, we said, you know what, viewers, ask us anything. Except for him, we don't want to know the answer. No, we don't want to know. So that's what we're going to do today. Get things started here. User at Rick_McKee. What a weird name.
What a weird name.
Rick's a good guy. No, yes. He's not. Yeah, he is. No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
I think he's a Steelers fan, so I don't think he is.
Yeah, terrible. Terrible. Come on. What was the first pack that you remember opening?
I think it was non-sports, and I believe it was 1991 Marvel Universe Series 2. I think it was at sorry, Mike. I think it was at the sports page, to be fair. The rival store, the Gary's Old Town Tavern, if you will. But yeah, it was definitely Marvel. I think it was Series 2 though.
I think I had opened a pack of 1984 tops at some point, but I don't remember opening it myself. The first one I remember opening was a pack of 1989 tops at a Little League game. They had it at the concession stand, and I remember getting a pack and opening it at the game. So
I have a lot of cards from the 70s, but I think 1980 tops is the first one I really remember. I would have been, just a small child at the time. But yeah, that's the first one I really remember opening. So I'll go with 1980 tops baseball. And from there, I just went off for a number of years. Okay. He also asked, what is the first card you remember being excited to pull out of a pack?
EP, you go first.
On this one. I mean, it probably has to be. It's got to be the red to find the Reggie, right? 1990 Upper Deck.
But you never found the Reggie.
I never found the Reggie, but I remember seeing that thing. I was, oh my gosh, there's a Reggie Jackson autograph in this. There's a Reggie, or just pulling the actual insert cards themselves. I thought they were great, and especially the one with the art card one. But I mean, to pull that auto, I think that was the first one. I was like, man, that'd be really cool to pull that card. I'm pretty sure that was the one.
But actually pulled out of a pack.
Oh, actually pulled out of a pack? Yeah. I Joe, go ahead. I got to think about that for a second.
So it's got to be the Wolverine 3D hologram card, right? What was that from? Was that X-Men Series 2, maybe? But it was one of the early 90s Marvel sets. I think I might have used this card for 3 cards, but it was the 3D, and it was kind of a janky 3D. It was not as smooth as the Spider-Man versus Venom, but it was a really, really cool card. I sold it at school for a ridiculous amount of money at the time, $50. I came in, bought one pack of cards, and I pulled another one. So yes, and I still have that one to this day.
Joe Day, Flipping Joe. You need more time, EP, because I know mine too.
No, I got it. I got it now. So it had to be a 1991 Fleer Provisions card. I can't say for sure any particular player or anything like that, but just pulling one of those cards, because I remember going into a shop. You guys remember there used to be a shop in Bloomsburg right next to the fire station. When you would go up to the left by the police station, there used to be a little card shop there, and I remember going in there a couple times, and they had the Provision cards in the box for $1 a piece, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't afford. I can buy so many packs for $1. And I remember thinking to myself, I really want to get one of those. And I remember that was not particularly any single card, but just that pulling one card from that set, which there were a number of awesome cards from that set.
My card is definitely 1981 Topps Fernando Valenzuela rookie card, the 3-1, not out of the traded set, obviously, because you couldn't pull that out of a pack. But I mean, Fernando Mania was real, and when you got that card as a kid, you were on top of the world. So yeah, definitely Fernando Valenzuela for me. He also asks, what card do you regret getting rid of? This is a tough one.
That is a tough one. I'm gonna throw it out there. It's something super recent. So the 2000 Bowman Chrome that I got from you, Mike, of Brady. I mean, I used it for my consolidation project. I mean, when I bought it from you, it's like jumped in value and I didn't sell it, right? It like went from like, I think I got it from you for like 2,200. It jumped to like 3,200 in like a month. And then it came all the way down and it's worth like 1,500 now, but I got like $2,000 worth of trade value out of it. That's one where it's like, I mean, first world problems, right? Oh, I should have just put the cash in instead. So that's probably the one. And it's not so much, I do love that card. I love the Bowman Chrome card. It's more the story that it was probably from the shop. You might have opened it. Someone from the shop might have opened it or whatever. And then you graded it. So that one I regret a little bit. I still know the guy still has it. So maybe I'll be like, hey, is there another trade we could do? Now, as I'm talking about it, I'm like, man, maybe I should. But yeah, that's probably the closest one.
I did an extra innings about mine. The very first episode, I believe, 2012, Allen and Ginter, sea monkeys in a card where you could tear it open and dump the sea monkeys in. And that card, like I talked about it, I sold that card and immediately, as soon as it sold, the night I was at work, regretted it. And I hit buy it now on one that there was only like 2 available. I hit buy it now. I gotta get this card back. I need to make sure I have this card in my collection. But to not still have that original card, for as crazy as Ginter is, that is a perfect example of it. And I was a case hit at the time, so it was like this is like the card that you want to get, like one of the cards that you can get, best cards you can get. And that was not keeping my PSA 9 Bowman Chrome Trout is a little rate that a little bit right now.
Yeah,
because I have a 10, but probably that Ginter one, just because of how crazy Ginter is a perfect example of it. And here I am selling this card that is a perfect example of everything that I love about Ginter.
10 is higher than 9 EP. It's better.
It is.
Mine, I would probably say the Bowman Chrome that I sold to you, the same card, Joe, but I'll go a different way. I'll go back to the shop days. In my mind, I'm pretty sure it was a Patrick Waugh. It was SPX or SP, but it was a autograph patch card. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember pulling that. I remember I got like $600 for it on eBay, but I like the details of it are foggy, but like knowing how, I talk about Patrick Waugh and the GOAT all the time. Mm-hmm. That's a card I would love to be able to have in my hands, look at from back in the day from the shop. I pulled a lot of good cards out of the shop, but that one always kind of sticks in the back of my mind. So that would be my answer.
Do you remember if it was Avalanche or Canadians? Which team it was? Do you remember?
I think it was still Canadians, but I could be wrong. Right. I'll have to look to see if I can find that card just for my own curiosity.
Right.
Because I don't I only had it a very short period of time and I'm old and I don't remember everything. So the specifics of the card I don't have, but I do remember pulling that card.
Yeah.
We'll just keep on some of Rick's here. He keeps asking us all these questions.
Yeah, Rick.
Do you have cards that you would only sell for way over comps? This is pretty much an easy yes, I think, for all of us. Mm-hmm. But mine would be my Wayne Gretzky Topps rookie card, just because I pulled it as a kid. I didn't even know what it was, and years later I found out. So
I think mine is actually a recent one. It's the Patrick Stewart I pulled out of the Rittenhouse, a Patrick Stewart autograph. Like there are other cards that I have that I probably feel the same way, but like I hadn't bought a case in so long. Like, I don't think I've ever bought a case to be like a legit, like buying a case of stuff. I bought cases worth of boxes, but I've never actually bought a case. So to buy a case, get that. And then literally the first box I open, of course, off camera, never again. I open up and there's the Patrick Stewart just sitting right on top. So, and it's actually right behind me now. Whoop, right there. So that's never gonna leave unless someone offers me like $10,000 for it for some random reason.
Well, I have this PSA 10 Bowman Chrome Trout that is definitely in competition, but I could see myself selling that one. Where
you were talking about selling it like for
2 days ago.
What are you but then I have a 1989 Upper Deck Griffey that I pulled out of packs. I think it was in like 2000, 2001, something like that. Where I bought boxes of cards on TV from the TV. like the old guy used to sell this stuff on TV.
Clear.
Yeah.
Clear.
And so I bought that. I pulled 2 Griffies out of what I bought there. I think I'm not for sure if I bought 1 box or 2 boxes, but I got 2 Griffies. I did sell one of them, but the other one, like, it would have to be way over comps, and that card is not in good shape. But I still, just because I pulled it and it is a Griffey card. So
you know what? Real quick. 2000 Pacific Aurora PSA 9 Brady. It's the only one I kept out of the cards I pulled. That is actually my answer, because it was pack pulled from back in the shop days. I still have it. Didn't put it part of any sort of deals. It was never never in the conversation for any deals. It's probably like $125 card. Someone could offer me like $500 for it. I'd do it. But that's about the level of someone having to overpay for that card. So there.
Do you prefer wings with blue cheese or nothing?
Blue cheese or nothing? Is ranch not an option?
No, this is your option. I don't eat wings, so I don't have an answer. Not
blue cheese. That. I like blue cheese.
Evie?
Prefer. I mean, I'm okay with with branch with blue cheese.
Whatever. Just make a decision.
I prefer it with.
Okay, good answer. Yeah. Viewer at Penguin Sunburn, also a stack sale buyer. Thank you very much. Nice stack. I'll get that out this week. Are inscriptions going to become more common going forward? Joe?
We didn't talk about a certain inscription card on the pod this week that I thought, now that you bring it up, I'm like, shit, we should have talked about that topic. I don't know if they're going to be more common. I think that I think because of the extra time that it takes, I think they will always be more valuable than a regular card, but I don't think they're going to be commonplace to the point where, every auto is an inscription now. I think they'll hold value because they aren't going to be common.
Yeah, I think they're going to be more common, but I do think that they're going to be not every auto is going to include one, but I think they're going to become more common because I think more of the actual athletes know about them. And I think the companies probably see the interest in them as well. So they're going to encourage it more.
And I think they'll become the chase because, we talk about how many autos there are. So I think there will be a more limited number of inscriptions. So I think you will see more of it, but I don't, hopefully they won't become common too. Like make them the chase within the chase, the auto, and then get that. Or sometimes you don't even put the auto on.
That's what I was thinking about. A lot of non-sports products, Rittenhouse non-sports products, that is the chase. Like there's the regular auto, and then there's inscription autos, which are very, very limited. Not just the Star Trek stuff, but Game of Thrones, James Bond, all those things. And they're very, very expensive compared to just the base autos.
Okay, Bargain Boxer has a couple personal questions for us. Are all 3 of us married? Nope. I am. I've been married twice, so it kind of averages things out a little more for us. But no. I'm the only one that's currently married.
So. Yes.
Yep.
And neither one of them want to be. And I don't blame them.
That's correct.
That's why they have better cards than I do. And Bargain Boxer also wants to know who is the tallest, because apparently sitting here on screen, we all look the same size. I'll answer this one. I'm the tallest. He's next tallest. He's really short.
Who's sitting
and
next
none
to
of
you?
us are tall.
Mike, who's sitting next to you? You just pointed
on the other side of you.
Did I point that way?
You
pointed that way.
You pointed off screen.
No, I pointed this way.
Yeah, that's not me.
No, whoever.
I'm like
trying to figure out this pointing.
If you search on the Twitters, you can find a photo of us from this past winter when we all got together, and there's a photo of the 3 of us standing together. Doing our
none of us are tall.
Photos.
None of us are tall.
No,
we're varying levels of short, but I'm the tallest short guy.
Yeah.
And I'm the shortest
short guy, and EP is the short guy.
Yeah.
He's like what, 5'2" EP? Are you?
I think 4'11" and 7/8.
He was doing the jockey stuff well before he was doing cars.
Yeah, horses would not handle that.
He was a jockey for 30 years.
Well, I mean, that poor horse is dead now. We need to bring that up, EP. I mean, broken back and all, but
what a batch of super glue we got out of that one. Okay. Mark D 2460. Do you think Fanatics will go after the NHL license in 2026?
Yeah, why not? Why would they? They're trying to buy everything. I mean, it'd suck because I think there's a big portion of the fans who really, really love the upper deck stuff, and it'd be sad to see it go. But I mean, they didn't before, from what I understand, go after it. But I mean, with the Connor Bedard craze, maybe they're starting to, maybe they're seeing things now, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, let's go after that so we can own all four of the major sports.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially if Bedard continues to play, like if he ends up being the next coming, as a lot of people think he might be. Like if that happens, I could see them totally, because of the craze that happened here, and then there'll be another player. There'll be another, Sidney Crosby / Lemieux / whatever kind of player coming along eventually, and like why not lock it up and so that you can take advantage when it happens.
Yeah, shocked they didn't sign him to an exclusive deal. To be honest, like, aren't you exclusive auto deal? I'm really shocked by that.
I'll go with a maybe. Maybe I think if the Connor Bedard thing like gets to a level, maybe, but other than that, I don't think so. And because I feel like they would have already locked it in. And I've always said, and I want to be consistent, I kind of feel like they think, well, if we don't have hockey, people are going to stop the monopoly thing. So, like, I honestly,
the government's going to look the other way.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. Because, like, well, you can buy cards, just not football. You can buy hockey. So, yeah, but I do think that could change if the Connor Bedard thing like just makes hockey.
And if there's like EP said, a next guy too, which I don't know anything about hockey, so I wouldn't know who that next guy even.
You don't?
Be.
Oh,
wow.
No. That's strange. I thought you did.
I know a little bit. We played that dice game back in the shop, Mike. Remember?
Yeah, we did. Power play.
Yeah, power play. Game. Yeah.
All right, our old buddy Ziggy No has a list of questions here for her. So let's see. Do you think Panini will make high-end WNBA cards like Flawless, and will you buy them?
Yes and no. I don't think Flawless, but I just like with WWE, I think they'll do what they do, Impeccable,
they did Immaculate last year, Impeccable.
I think they'll do those. I don't know about a National Treasures. I don't know about a Flawless. I think those are maybe a little too high end, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's something of that ilk above Prism that they'll do.
I don't like Panini's high end stuff, so I won't be buying any of it. But if ever you are going to do it, now is the time to do it with Caitlin Clark there, and also now is the time to do it when this is going to be one of your only shows in town in a couple of years. So why not at least test the waters, print that stuff, and see what happens?
Yeah, I think they will. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm kind of like UEP that like the Caitlin Clark thing is so hot right now that why not try it? Like you see the difference like in the collegiate National Treasures price and the NFL. So like you can do a National Treasures, but it doesn't have to be a $10,000 or $15,000 box. It could be like 3 or 4, but like just clearly for breaking purposes. I feel like people would buy into the breaks trying to get her. So
they'd have to do them all as random teams. There's no way they could do pick your own team because one person would buy and then the rest of them would go. I mean,
the whole price would be Caitlin Clark on the Iowa
exactly.
Team, so.
Here's a possible little curveball to it. Do you think Caitlin Clark autos will be in NBA Flawless? I think they could be. I think they could, while they still have the NBA license, throw her in some encased cards or something. I could really see that happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't know what the rookie, they don't have Wemby's auto, right? So, and they don't have LeBron's auto.
Gotta pay for that signing too. Yeah, right.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Okay, his next question. Did you he asked this before the draft. I'm asking it after the draft, but did you have any interest in the Topps Now debut night auto, the draft night autos? I didn't, because I didn't look at them. I didn't see what they were selling for. Not a huge Topps Now guy. Here and there, I'll look at that stuff, but yeah, for the most part, I wasn't going to be buying that stuff. So for me, no, I wasn't interested in it.
No, I mean, like, I don't like stuff that you can't pull out of a pack generally. So like to me, they were just like, it's like going and buying something from the Franklin Mint, right? Like it just
exactly.
it just doesn't feel the same to me. So I don't have any interest in that stuff.
Yep, same thing here. Like I'm the staunch believer that it's an XRC if it's not pulled out of a pack kind of thing. So I'm a packet pull out of a pack kind of guy. I do like Topps now in concept, and I like that people have access to these cards and that they make them available for these special occasions. But I'd much rather have it be an insert card in a subset or an insert set that I can pull out of a pack later.
His next question, not something terribly familiar with, but he asked, do we think that people that use Mr. Minty should have their cards decertified by PSA? Now, I wasn't really terribly familiar with Mr. Minty, but like it's a product very similar to Kurt's Card Care. There's a polish in there that says it's made of all natural stuff, but it does talk about taking out like not really deep scratches, but light scratching. And I guess people can also send their cards to them for card prep before they send them out to get graded. So my answer is yeah. If you're using the polish in particular or having them use it, yeah, I do, because I think it's absolutely the same. Again, anything that you're doing that you're altering the card, it should be decertified. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. People don't realize too when they do like that type of product on. I've seen people do the slab, like cleaning up their slabs with that the car stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually removing a surface off of the slab. Like that's how those work. That's how when you buff your car out, that's kind of what's going on. So if you're doing that to a card, you're actually removing a layer of it's just you're filling in and removing a layer of the card. Anything like that, I'm good.
See, I thought that was something where you were adding like a wax or some sort of thing to fill in the crack.
I think it fills it in and
then takes it away.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But either way, like we've talked about it a number of times, like our rule is if you are adding something to the card that wasn't supposed to be there, that is altering a card. And that's it.
I mean, it is.
Yes.
Whether or not you think it should be allowed or not is a different discussion, but it is altering your card.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
it should be decertified based on their most recent thing. Most recent action
based on their stance with the Kurt's Card Care stuff. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, if you could have a private signing with any athlete, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you have signed? That's a good question.
That is
takes a little bit of thought. So I have to do a little fill in the time here, talking randomly and not saying anything, so we can figure that out.
Athlete, dead or alive, man, that is really, really tough. I mean, the Tom Brady joke is already out there, right? And the Michael Jordan joke is already out there too. I suppose you could make. I don't know. I think because of the experience of it, I actually think I think Tiger Woods would be a hoot. I don't know why. Like he didn't sign a ton of stuff. Like his autograph is pretty valuable from his rookie year. I think he would be the one and go golfing with the whole experience. I need the whole experience, but I think he would be the most fun to get a private signing with.
And what would you have signed?
I'm looking at all the golf balls I have in my little display here from when we played. I think I'd have him sign the golf balls that my first round under 80. My first round under 80 is I'll have him sign that. Something like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
EP.
Financially, I should have Ken Griffey Jr. sign, and then I can have him sign all my cards. But my real choice, Mike Tyson. I don't know anything Mike Tyson related, but I would want to because I want to sit down with him and talk to him about The Hangover, talk to him about when he was boxing, and just his life in general. I just want to sit down and talk to him more so than have him sign stuff. But obviously, have him sign stuff. I'm paying for it, but like that, I want to have a conversation with him. That'd be the thing. That'd be awesome.
That would be. I have that Punch Out card that Leaf did that he autographed. Yeah. Love that card.
Where him and Brian Gray apparently were very close in that match, according to that card.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
They definitely were. I think my answer would be Tiger too, Joe, which is kind of funny because recently I was like, I really need to get a Tiger autograph card. And then I looked on eBay and saw what they sell for.
Yeah, they're very expensive.
Don't really need a Tiger autograph card, but I think I would like a card autographed by him. I mean, a driver would be kind of fun, or a putter, just some kind of club would be kind of neat. But yeah,
or
as
a cover,
card
a
collector,
club cover would be kind of fun too. Yeah.
But I would love to have a Tiger autograph. But yeah, I was honestly like, I didn't think it would be cheap, but his autographs are more than not cheap. They're like expensive, and So
when we were doing our little $1,000 game, like I was looking at Tiger Woods autos for that, and I'm like, nope, that's not going to work.
Yeah, not going to work at all.
Honorable mention for you and I, Mike, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Does he count as an athlete?
Absolutely.
Like, could you imagine how much fun we would have with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
We would have some beers.
We would have some beers for sure.
And Ziggy, he's asked us this before, but we've never really responded. Why is your show only once a week? I want more.
His fault. It's his
fault. It is my fault.
He's the hardest working man in show business, kids.
Yes.
So
take 100%.
It's all EP's fault. He works all the time, and other than our normal recording time that we do our shows for the week, other than the individual videos we do, he just is not available. So unfortunately, like, we really can't do like the podcast style show more than once a week. Plus, what would we talk about on the podcast? Like, we're there to give people their once a week dose of everything that's going on.
We're John Oliver.
You don't have to watch all the other videos and get all the other opinions. Come to one spot, get your week's worth of news, move on with life.
I feel like
Emmy Award winning style.
Does the universe actually need more than an hour of us talking, or like the podcast style?
People want 3
hours. People want 3. I don't know why.
Let's do it. We got it.
24 hours.
I'm in.
I am not doing 3 hours. No, I'm not. Okay, I got a couple more here. Old friend of the channel, Tyler Simmons. Which EP? Answer his comment on your video you just did.
Might make a sale.
Okay. He wants to know, what are your favorite sets from 1993 to 1995, 1996 to 99, and 2000 to 2009?
All right. What's the first year, Mike? I think I can hammer that one out right away.
93 to 95.
I am going to go 93 to 95. I'm going to go Marvel Universe Series 4. That's the one where it made a scene. Mm-hmm. So 9 cards, if you put them in a page, made a scene. And you had a chance to get the 3D Venom Spider-Man hologram. Love that set. Hands down.
Okay. EP, you're 93 to 95.
Oh, I think 93 Upper Deck. Just not a super high end. 93 Upper Deck baseball in particular. Like, just I'm not super high end, not worth a ton of money, but I remember loving all of the different subsets and inserts, all that sort of stuff that was in it. I completed a hand collated set of it back in the day, and that's probably my choice from that period.
I think I would go with 93 Finest Basketball. I don't talk about that a lot, but like I actually love that design, and like the refractors, I just think they look really cool in that design. So not one I would have normally thought I would pick, but that one is a card set that I really like. So Joe, 96 to 99.
I mean, come on. 1999 Topps Chrome. What are we talking about here? 99 Topps Chrome. Tim Couch, Achilles Smith, Dante Culpepper. Need I say more? No, joking aside, that's when I actually had a little bit of scratch to spend. That was such a great draft class in the moment.
Yeah.
Again, we talk about it all the time. In the moment, when you're pulling Cade McNowns and you're like, holy shit, I pulled a Cade McNown refractor. I like the design of that set too. Like the rookie cards kind of bordered with the, rookie 1999 rookie or whatever it said on it. Yeah, it's got to be that. The inserts are really cool too. Just a really, really great set. I mean, Topps Chrome could be the answer for a lot of us for any year, for any sport, but 99 Topps Chrome hits just a little different for me.
I often say 1997 is the year, like when the inserts started going crazy. So I just, for some reason, I associate that with that. And there are cool Ultra and Stadium Club sets from then that have all these inserts. But my number one choice would have to be 1999 Topps Finest. It was the same design across basketball, football, and baseball. And the amount of that product that I bought back in 1999 across all those sports was
For
significant.
football for me, yeah.
Football and baseball. And I didn't buy as much of the basketball, but both of those two. And I'm a huge fan of Finest, and that was probably the year that I definitely have the most of, and probably my favorite design and everything for Finest. So 99 Finest.
For me, it's 96, 97, depending on what sport. EX 2000, the window, the acetate.
Yeah.
2 cards per pack. Like, I remember at the shop when I got those, I'm like, 2 cards per pack. And I forget, they were like $6, maybe $7. And I was like, for 2 cards, like, nobody's going to buy the. I don't know if anybody did buy them. I opened a lot of them. I don't know if anybody bought them.
Grazing. Mike was grazing.
Absolutely. But I loved those cards. Still love those cards. Yeah. So innovative. That would be mine.
I had a box of it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe not. And Joe, 2000 to 2009.
We didn't open up much past 2003. I really like the was it the 2004 that you showed the tops? Was it the Chantel? I always really like that design in Topps Chrome, just going through some of the stuff that I've been buying recently. But I'm gonna go with 2000 Fleer Ultra. I like the gold, the die cut gold medallions are really, really sharp. It's one of Brady's kind of known rookies. It's airbrush, but whatever. But it's like not unattainable. I had a lot of that stuff, and I remember it sticking like a mother. And I was like almost hoping that I didn't find a Brady in there because it would have been destroyed. But I had to get Fleer Ultra in there. The inserts were great that year too. Just the medallions, all that stuff. I was a big fan.
Amazing choice. I love it. And I would also vote for Finest this year, but I don't want to do the same thing. So I'll say Ovation. Again, across all the sports, just the design. I think that was the year when they did the baseball, the ball seams, and then they had the football leather background and the basketball with the leather background too, and just the Ovation sets from those. If I had to pick one, I'll pick baseball just because I love the baseball stitching in them.
Speaking of leather, shout out to Hog Heaven 2004. But I'm actually going to go with a set that came out after I got out of it. The 2008 Upper Deck Masterpieces. I love those cards, and I'm gonna buy a box. They're not they're not ridiculous. They're like $250 a box, I think. So yeah, I just like, they're a different looking card, and especially in the day now where everything's chromium and shiny and stuff. Those with like the matte finish on them and stuff, and like the artwork kind of like. I've always liked like 2003 Flair Avant. I love, that's another close one there. But yeah, the Masterpieces is like really cool and really different. So I think I would pick that one. And the final question from our old buddy Bob Boozle. This one's going to take a little bit of thought, or maybe it won't. If the 2 other of you got into a physical altercation, would the 3rd of us A, try to break it up, B, sit back and watch it and laugh, or C, record it for a video?
Well, easy. I mean, now that we're monetized, right? I think I'd have to record it for a video.
Have to.
I mean, Mike, had you known when EP was literally twisting my arm out of my socket and trying to yank it out to like beat me with it, had you known, you totally would have just recorded it as you saw it happening. But we missed an opportunity there. We weren't over 1,000 subscribers, so we weren't monetized yet. So good thing we didn't waste it. So maybe at the National this year, since Mike Jones is going to be there and recording some stuff for us, maybe he can record that altercation if I take a survey at an Applebee's.
I think I'd take a moment to watch just to see if it was actually like you guys were actually fighting, or if you're just like messing around. But I like to think that I would step in and say, "Dudes, what are you doing?" I like to think I would try to break it up.
I would definitely sit back and watch you two fight. I'm not passing that up. I mean, we've known each other for 30 years, and that's never happened. So, like, I'm not sure I would let that opportunity pass me by. I'm definitely watching it for a period of time. Like I said, I'm the only one here with experience actually seeing a physical altercation because I did see
wait, hold on.
EP try to rip your arm off.
Man,
Although
I didn't know such thing.
I don't think I actually saw it. I think I came after it.
I can still hear it popping. My shoulder still pops.
Yeah, don't
Were you just rubbing the other arm,
Joe?
Shut up, EP. It might have been this arm. I don't remember.
Me with a golf cart years
That's
ago.
True.
Never been the same.
That's
so I don't
fair.
want to complain about it. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'd watch it for a little bit. I would. That'd be fun because I don't think any of us at this point in our life it would actually end up being much.
And I go 30.
We went last for
30 as fuck.
We'd be doing like, oh god, I gotta stop. You're like, yeah, I need to.
And I'll pass out, and as I'm laying on the ground, I'll just punch him right in the balls.
You're so tough. I don't know. All I do know is Joe is losing both of those fights.
Oh yeah, I'm a pretty boy, man. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
People first. Doesn't like fights. Well, that was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Maybe we'll do another one at some point, but we're not going to do it next week. Oh. See you guys later. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.